What's going on, people? Peace, peace. Share, share. I'm glad y'all extracurricular, so I'm gonna have to block my screen in a second. But good morning, everybody. And I think that faggot flagged my page, yo. It's still up and everything and running, and I can make videos, but I can't do live streams. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think he did. 30 days. Great. Then so we could spend 30 days building this page up. This is gonna be fun. Yes, I got my board back with my art on it. I'm trying to set up a whole new setup here. I'm gonna actually do it in my room because my room is fucking huge. So I'm gonna do it in here. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that stuff because I never had no strikes or nothing. When I be looking at it, exactly. That's why I was like, but I gotta wait till my computer is back, not back up, but when I moved here, y'all, they didn't hook up my internet. They were supposed to hook that shit up Wednesday morning, yesterday morning, or some shit, Tuesday morning. And the dude came out, bullshit us, lazy. So the next possible time I could do it is tomorrow morning, where they're supposed to come. I'm supposed to have my internet in here like when I moved in last Saturday. So I'm pissed about all of that. That's why I've been using my phone to go live. What up, D? What up? That's why I have been using my phone to go live. So it was like, yo, it's no big deal. You know, like I said, man, this is just something we all do on the side, yo. It's not like, you know, it's not life or death. It's not none of that. So I could still make videos. I'll still make videos. But it's like that nigga's so corny, man. It's like, I know that's what you was doing because you mad and you jealous. And it shows now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you know you can't fuck with me. And you know you can't fuck with nobody over here. Exactly. Busy with life. Shit you don't understand. The hell? My son's birthday is right around the corner, right after I gotta pay rent. Like, get your ass out of here, nigga. You ain't got worries of life. You know, you get to live it over there in your McFantasy. He probably subscribed to this page too, waiting for me to do shit so he can record it and go make a video out of it. You ain't gotta worry though, man. If you win, well, I know you gonna hear this, faggot. You ain't gotta worry. I'm not gonna strike your pages and flag your pages and shit. Cause that ain't what I do. If anybody else do it, hey, more power to them. But I'm not gonna do that shit. Cause I don't need to do that shit to you. Like if I do anything, I'll just block you from my shit. And then that'll end that. You know what I'm saying? But I already know what it was, yo. Like, I've been through this YouTube shit before. This shit taught me. I learned this shit with with Polite and them niggas when we started really getting on their heels, because I had no idea that they knew who I was. Like, my page was small as far as I was concerned, and these niggas knew enough of me to be flagging my shit, and they come right to your page right before they do it. You know what I'm saying? That's like the little kiss of death sign thing. They come right to your page. So what we're going to do now, guys, I guess, before we're going to have a conversation today, of course, but we're just going to work on building this one. That's all. I'm going to still post from that, from my other one, and just send people here. It's no big deal. That's the whole crazy part about it, man. To them, it's such a big deal because this is all you have. You know, your family's proud of you. Shame. Because you got a YouTube page. Jealousy over shirts. Jealousy over indigenous conversation. Like, you don't have anything to talk about when it has to do with talking about black people being originally from everywhere on the planet. And let's just get that out there right now, you know, before I even go into that in depth. Like, that's just a fact of life, that black people have been everywhere, that we're from everywhere. And so there's no need in focusing on just this whole Africa trip. There's no need focusing on this Moor thing, I'm just a Moor and everything's a Moor and more and more. Like, none of that shit means anything, because existence is older than all of that shit, unless you're trying to tell me it's not. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome. Come on. Y'all come on in. Share the video, share it, share the stream, and we'll get everybody on. I don't even know if this is linked to my page, my other page. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it's just something that's going on, something we'll deal with, something I'm prepared for, which is the reason why I had other pages. Start another page that everyone knew about, not a secret page. Not a secret fucking page that no one knows. And I run around trolling from like certain people do. I'm sure Sarnetta had a huge hand in it. I'm sure he had a huge hand in it, because he doesn't like being reduced to trolls in my chat. So I know that was offensive. But the crazy part about it is, like I said, I was ready to move on, because I'm ready to move on to different topics. Different people been running their mouths. Different people been coming on with the smartest guy in the room complexes. And before we even get to that, did you guys hear about this weird ass nigga Umar Johnson? Oh my God. This nigga Umar Johnson talking about, let's free Malachi Z. York, and they should free him and he shouldn't. I'm like, damn nigga, like, everybody gets a pass. What up, Soul Journey? Yeah, everybody gets a fucking pass around here. This is crazy. This nigga Umar Johnson, I'm gonna make a video. Yes, he did. This nigga's talking about free fucking Malachi York. We should let that fucking known and strongly suggested pedophile go out of jail. Now, not to some sort of pedophile rehab center that he has, but I don't know what. I just got this information. I wanted to do a video on that. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do a video on that and that alone. Like, yo, Umar Johnson's tripping, G. This nigga just said he want free Malachi York, nigga. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Malachi York's done a lot of things. Exactly. There's plenty of evidence against Malachi York, yo. There's plenty of evidence of this nigga's pedophilia. There's plenty of evidence to suggest strongly suggest that this dude was engaged in pedophilia on that ranch and on that whatever the fuck. Okay? You hear how his disciples, Nature Boy, woo! You hear how he talks. This nigga openly lets his child grab him in his nether regions. And openly says it. This is not something I'm making up. This is just something I'm repeating. This is just something that happened. So it's like you running around talking, you the prince of Pan-Africanism, you the prince of this, you the gangster of the whatever the fuck, you the all boy everything ass nigga. All boy everything with you. You gonna let somebody, this boys out here right now who openly say that this nigga did what they and others have accused him of. And we ain't talking on no Hassan allegedly Campbell notion. We talking about victims that are not trying to get donations. Victims who just like, yo, this nigga's a pedophile. I keep saying, look at Nature Boy. Look at his look at the people who sprung from him. Look at the people who followed this dude and basically patterned their whole philosophy behind Malachi Z. York. Patterned their whole mission statements basically behind him. Whether they say it actually or not is patterned behind him. It's patterned behind him. So it's like, come on, man. Like, damn, Umar. I'm going to have to do a special on that one as well, guys. Like, Umar Johnson's tripping. Hard. Very hard. Peace, peace, peace. Very hard. Tripping very, very hard. But yeah, today I wanted to talk on this special day. This special day. About indigenous heritage on this fucking land. Something that has now picked up traction in the last, I want to say 2 or 3 years. It's something that everyone is jumping on. You even have buffoons jumping on this trail, calling themselves Aboriginal. But we're going to never mind that. We're going to excuse that and never mind that. Not mind that at all. And realize that it is picking up traction. And a lot of times things happen for a reason. Things time out away for a reason, come out a certain time for a reason. And I think that it's time for black people, like with the whole Trump thing and everybody waking up and recognizing that, yo, shit is not this lovey-dovey game and country that we thought we had, yo. Like, for the most part, man, like the people that we work with are cool with us to our face and more than likely go home and call you all sorts of derogatory, stereotypical fucking what is deemed racist terms. So with these things going on a multiple basis all across the country, you have to say it's a mass of people doing this. It's a mass of people who feel this way. If the FBI came out in 2006 and said that police departments across this nation have been successfully infiltrated by neo-Nazi groups and white supremacists, if they've successfully completed that task over a decade ago, like, come on, man, there's no way in hell that you're around people who are the way you think they are, for real. Now, that has nothing to do with you and I or anyone else going out, doing business with people commerce, all that shit. There's nothing wrong with that. That shit is essential. That shit has to be done because the way this shit is created, there's no other way. So you can't talk about people working for the white man or working for the China man or working for the whoever the fuck man. Like at the end of the day, nigga, when you pay all your bills, especially your utilities, you pay into the white man, nigga, just so that you could have some water to take a bath, to put in a bottle and spray filthy couches and shit. The fuck? Water so you can mop that dog shit up out of your house and shit. Certain people. Fleas all in their house and shit. Mick houses. Excuse me. So it's like it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. And it's like, there's no need to keep playing, what do they call it? The race card. Like, no one's playing a card. Like, first off, I hate that term because it's like, it shouldn't, I heard it said, and I've held on to that, it shouldn't even be a card in the deck. Like, if the card's even there, it says something. So just, it's reality, you know? It's like accepting reality for reality is not a bad thing. It's ultimately a good thing. And I think that black people finally are having to accept reality. You know what I'm saying? Right. We're accepting reality that when niggas come at you telling you they're from Planet Risk, they're probably trying to scam you. If they're from Planet Risk and they need you to help them in an endeavor to make money and get things, and they were not supplied with this shit from Planet Risk, something's wrong. If people are coming to you telling you that, hey, we got land, there's land in Costa Rica and we could do this and we can build our own nation, woo! And then all they need is your money, and not only do you loan them money or give them money, they blow a large sums of the money in a matter of fucking months and things of that nature with nothing to show for it or the reason why the money's blown and things of that nature. Like, you need to recognize that. It's time to recognize shit. If somebody's coming to you talking in the name of the blood of the Lamb and the Father of God, and come on, man, you need to recognize that, yo, God shouldn't be sending you needing money, nigga. Now that's something he should have taken care of soon as he sent you on your mission. Why would he send you on a fucking mission and don't give you things that are essential to you completing the mission? When there's other people out here who just share whatever their information is, whether they Muslim or whatever, they just share that shit for the love of sharing it. So it's like, it's time for everybody to wake up to all of that shit. And then waking up to that shit, you have to wake up to how you were educated. You have to wake up to how did I learn what I know? Was this shit handed to me? Or was this some shit that I discovered like other things I discovered in my life? Everyone in this chat is at least 25, maybe 22 to 25 years old and older. So everyone knows that, yo, there's lessons and things and experiences in life that teach you something that you would never have learned unless you have went through that. So when that happens, you have a level of understanding of life, a level of understanding of learning lessons, a level of understanding of what it means to learn. And not reading a book and sitting in a classroom doesn't always equate to learning. It's not the only thing, let's say that, because it still doesn't, but it's not the only way to learn. And it's like learning now that we have to do something a little different than what the fuck we've been doing. And it starts with a thought process and being open to the fact that you've been taught by the same people that you know are pathological liars. Like, so if I'm taught by a pathological liar, why would I accept anything? You'd be crazy to be accepting things that are said to you from and by a pathological liar. A pathological liar has been identified. Boom. Point blank. why would you keep listening to this individual? Because when is it going to stop? The only reason you listen to a pathological liar or say their name and or assume you know their name is if you know them personally. Because if you didn't know them personally, I don't even believe your name is what you say it is if you're a pathological liar. And that's what we have ruling us. Do we have a legit ruler? Did we even agree to that shit? Speaking of legit rulers, when everyone starts talking this king and queen stuff, I'm a princess and I'm a this, I'm a that. And every time we talk about Egypt, we're talking about the Nisuts. And we're talking about the grand processions and Berset and all of that shit that Polite brung out and called himself to be fancy. How did the common people feel about the Nisut? Probably the same way we feel about our fake little Nisut. I bet you the common people of Kemet or Tamari or whatever the fuck word you want to create and say what it was really called, arbitrarily, mind you, no facts and evidence or witness with personal first-hand knowledge to attest to any of that shit. But I bet you the people of Kemet felt the same way about Akhenaten than the same way we feel about Polite, the self-proclaimed Nisut of the 21st century. Because everyone throws these terms around. Everyone says they're the this, they're the that, they're the queen, they're the this. We all goddesses. We the rulers. Like, yo, for real, rulers are wicked motherfuckers except for those who rule self. I listened to an anarchist before who was talking about anarchy. And he actually gave the actual definition of the term. And it simply means without rulers. It doesn't mean without rules. It actually means without rulers. It means, in actuality, if one would, be open-minded, it means self-rule. It means self-rule. It means for you to rule yourself by a set of rules, which generally are common sense. What I say, I think these rules are they're hardwired in our makeup. Do unto me as you would have me do unto you. Simple as that. Even in the Bible that people read, the King James, whatever, it says it in the red part when they say that that's Jesus talking. That dude said, do this because that is it. That is the law. Basically saying, if you did this shit, there would be no reason for me to keep walking around here and having my hands up and getting nailed to crosses and shit. There would be no need for none of that shit if you just did that. You don't need a ruler. You don't need a boss. You can have, good morning. You can have rulers in the sense of someone who's a lead in a certain field of what you're doing. Like if you have a certain group of men that are and women that are protecting the tribe. You have certain ones who excel in certain things. So they would take command in certain things, not necessarily rulership, because you would have an option to opt out of that shit. So it's like everyone's talking this rule shit. I mean, this king, queen, I'm that goddess, I'm that ruler. Like, yo, I wonder how the regular people of Kemet felt about all these great kings and queens of Egypt. These wonderful emperors of Japan and China. And how did the regular people feel about these people? They feel the same fucking way you feel about senators getting caught fucking little kids. The same way you feel about Trump being a lying, pathological liar. The same way you felt about Hillary Clinton being a murderous, allegedly murderous, pathological, racist ass liar. Like, it's all the same circle. It's all the same thing. So it's time for black people to really, really, really accept, this is what it is to be in America. The only thing left for black people, really, really and truly, is to accept that and to totally make a mental makeover. It's going to start one step at a time, and the most important step is education. And I don't mean in no formal sense of give me money because I'm starting a school. What the fuck? Doesn't mean that. It damn sure don't mean coming up with stupid concepts to try to sell a t-shirt or a hat or two, and the shit is opposite of what you're trying to say. Like, come on now. It's time for everyone to accept that we have to work together to build our own nation. Building our own nation is a mental fucking thing. That's the only way it's going to begin. It's going to begin that realizing that there are really no legit rulers except those that you allow to rule you. If someone doesn't want to do what another person on earth wants them to do, and you use force to make them do that, that is tyranny and or oppression. You can call it different things. You can say that it's the such and such, the law, or the whatever the fuck. The point is, you are forcing another human on earth, the same earth that's sitting in the middle of a universe that nobody has any idea how it actually got there, how you got there on it or in it or however we exist on it, has some notion about what life really is here. They have such a notion that they build grand palaces and file paperwork and do all sorts of shit. All sorts of things to act like they're the owner, they have the best concepts and the best ideas. That's why they don't teach us about our indigenous nation history here. That's why you're not taught that. Because certain people have their own grandiose views of themselves, and that's what's gonna get pushed. And since that's what's getting pushed, we must push back with the opposite of that. There's no other way around it. We must push back with the opposite. We cannot allow them to continue to tell you where you came from. We cannot allow people on YouTube to be mad because we're talking about our ancestry, which is global. If I'm talking about my ancestry, really and truly is global. We could specifically talk here. We could specifically talk there. But it's ultimately global. But for the brothers and sisters who have YouTube pages and who want to shit on it and get mad because you don't say Africa, yet they could show you no links except some book that they read or some article that they read, and then they take that article because I guess it's written in ink or it's typed or whatever the fuck, because it says Dr. such and such underneath it, it must be a fact now. Like that type of mentality, that is what we're fighting against. That is just as strong as the coon. That is just as strong as the professional YouTube fuck niggas who serve no purpose but distraction while accusing everyone else of shit. Being nothing more than a McGruntled employee of the system. This shit is funny, man. Are there real or legitimate rulers? What does that even fucking mean? Is there such a thing? If we don't come together and say that I'm the boss of us, come on now. Of course he hates these kind of conversations. I don't have to worry about him in this chat. We should be good over here. Nah. I got sent a text right there. I don't want to talk about that. No Thanksgiving. I'm good. I don't even want to be off work, y'all. Though I'm enjoying the, a little relaxation because it is cold as heck out there today. But even still, I'd rather be at work. But some people are used to McLounging all the day long. That's sad though, man. All of this shit is sad, man. All these pages could have worked together. That's why I say I hope that certain people who are coming up now and building their YouTube pages, I hope that you're genuine, man. Like if you're really genuine, just stick with it. For those of you who are sitting back in the shadows, like stop sitting in the shadows. Come through. Come out. You know what I'm saying? Like come out and be real and spread your voice. It's like right now, yo, this year time, 2 years ago, I was listening to their debates. I was ordering Kemet on trial. I was all that shit like that, man. That's what I was doing back then. I was listening to Signetter's page and Red Pill and Blue Pill, Know the Ledge, when all that stuff was, because that's all that was out. No one knew that they were full of shit. No one knew that Red Pill and them niggas was scamming niggas on shirts and shit. Nobody knew that Signetta was overall really not trying to do anything that he claimed his mission statement is for whatever. I don't know what he has, whether it's a page or a business or I don't know, whatever it is over there, And then the McEmpire, that was just a joke from day one, So it's like, then you got, what's his name? Seti, but I don't even know if he even do YouTube no more. But Seti and Pharaoh's, like, they little connection, like they on YouTube now, still, I guess, thriving. It's like at this time, man, like back then, that's all it was, just to listen to them. Like, I didn't know that eventually this nigga Sinetta would end up being a troll in my chat, nigga. Like, that's crazy. Like, I had no idea that would take place. Never planned for it, never nothing. I just loved listening to the information shared. And I thought that the shit was genuine because I thought that eventually Like, yo, this nigga's gonna make a whole everything, a news station, and maybe this will spring up from this, but none of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't know none of this, that it was gonna be like this. It's so shocking, actually. So I want everybody who's in the shadows and thinking about doing something, like, yo, just do it. Say it. You know? Just say it. Just say what you gotta say. If you don't want to be on camera all the time, don't fucking be on camera all the time, man. Like, it's gonna be people who say weird shit, like, why are you not on camera, and blah, 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 blah. Like, yo, it doesn't matter, man. Just keep saying what you gotta say. Yes, what a difference, melanated. Yes, what a fucking 1 year. It's so shit. It's so crazy, man. That's why I don't believe in rulers. Because it's like, you have people like this. I told you guys before, I have a hard time trusting ambitious people. You know, like, I have to see where your ambition lies and where your morality lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, is your morality more important to you than your ambition? Because it's like, ambitious people are not good people necessarily because of ambition. Like, ambitious people generally do whatever it takes to get to a goal. And it's like, yo, that's not a way that I live life, and that's not a way that I want to have people around me that live life that do whatever it takes. Like, because then you're opening the realm of possibilities to whatever it fucking takes. That means if it took snaking me in mines and having me put in a disadvantage, and for intentionally so that you could get your way, that could be a possibility. Because it is a possibility. And I see now that exists more than I ever imagined, yo. It's like, and I be feeling like my voice must be one of the most powerful, because it's like, why do you keep trying to silence me, nigga? Don't get mad. You don't like, and I don't even say a lot. Here it is now, 37 minutes, and I'm probably going to cut the stream in a little bit. So it's like, yo, stop hating on me, man. I want everybody to build. That's why I'm up here telling people, stop fucking sitting in the background. Say something. If you got ideas, push your ideas. Try to make it happen. And it's just know that starting it and pushing it that's what's up. Because following people, man, the same shit like having illegitimate rulers, is like, people are so finicky, man, and wishy-washy that you don't want to be wasting your time and your life energy behind somebody who don't deserve that shit. Man, woman, like, it don't matter. If there's some sister out here that you follow and it's like, this person is always here, nor there, here, nor there, you help, like, yo, just don't fuck with that. Do your own thing. Everybody got a lane. Everybody got a spot. And, yo, if you just do whatever it is you're doing, that'll be your lane and that'll be your spot. And the shit's kind of easy if you actually ask me, yo. It's really not hard. That's why I said, just be yourself. Don't let anyone sway you. You can listen to what people say. You can take their ideas, all of that shit, and that they share with you, and act like, yo, but you be yourself. Say what it is you got to say and make that point and rock like that. That's why I feel so strongly about us changing our mindset about where we really come from, how we got here, what we got to do to move fucking forward, and recognize that there are no legit rulers. These people are showing you that right now. There's no way a ruler would go and claim that he saved a boy in the sense of LeVar Ball and Donald Trump. There's no way that he would come out and say, hey, I saved this boy. I did, like, come on, man. How the fuck did you save this guy? How did you save him when when his parent has no evidence of nothing you did to save him? But you're coming out demanding that he apologize. That he should say thank you. And that he should apologize for not saying thank you. And then you live in a country where you have people who actually, yeah, he should, never once asking the question, when did this nigga even show what he actually did? Like the brother said, like the LeVar Ball said, did you bring him home? You act like you went over there and got him out of some shit and brought that nigga home. You didn't do any of that shit. And all of that's accepted. Why? Because of the legitimacy of rulership. People don't care. People believe that because somebody say they're their king, they're their ruler, they're actually that. Just watch Game of Thrones, yo. You're not king. Even that chick Daenerys keep talking that shit about there are no slaves here. We all free. Yeah, right. Stop that shit. You're traveling across the world telling people to listen to you. You're traveling across the world telling people to listen to you. Come on, man. There are no legitimate rulers. And there definitely are no legitimate mixed streamers. Shame TV, Eastwatch. I'm going to do another stream in a little bit. It's time to engage with my family a little bit. And just everybody think about it, man. With being indigenous to this land, basically everywhere. And are there really legit rulers? Can anyone tell us we're not from here? Can anyone prove or even if whatever the fuck they say, can you show that you're not from here, that I'm not from here? You can't prove it. Can you prove that your laws apply? Can you prove that just because you say something, it applies to me? Who made this shit legitimate, man? And stop hating on me, all y'all haters out there. Shame TV, Derek Jones Talk Live. Like, comment, share, subscribe.